Okay. All right. Hey, crypto theists. So, just had a just had a conversation with Kofi. He's walking home now, and so while we wait for him to show up, I want to talk to you a little bit about Friends and what it is, what it's all about, how it operates. Because we're going to talk about Friends, but we're also going to talk about Debitum, uh, whatever, um, and its investment opportunity. There are a few people who signed up for the Debitum ICO process thing or whatever, but we haven't talked a lot about Friends and what Friends is and how it operates. So Friends is basically decentralized marketing using social media. That's what the Friends ICO is all about. As you can see here, it has a 4.7 rating on ICO Bench, which is one of the ICO ratings tools that I use online. But a 4.7 rating out of 5. Pretty high up there. It begins in about 7 days, from what I could read. Let me go to the Friends website. The website's very, very nice, very, very slick. I read the white paper, and before I even came here to talk to you about it today. But yeah, you got not a lot of nice, cute animation and whatnot. Really slick profile. I don't judge ICOs by profiles alone, by their websites alone. But as you can see here, it's a quality website. It's got all their plugins for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit. I went and checked all the threads. They're all basically very viable, very, very live, and with individuals interacting. I think this might be Kofi here who's texted me. No, that's not him yet. But yeah, so I mean, you can go there. You can go to friends.io. You can go and check it out yourself, see what it is. But basically, in the video, they basically outline how the process works. What they're going to be doing is they're going to basically be monetizing your social network of your friends. You will be paid in these friends tokens for advertising products. You sign up for a campaign, you volunteer to take pictures and post it to your Instagram, your Facebook, your social media, or whatever. You are the best representation. People are going to buy a T-shirt because they see that you're using it, or a coffee mug, or whatever. And that's basically what goes down. I don't know how they're going to be able to track the purchases. I assume that if somebody purchases directly from that campaign, you'll be able to see, they'll get feedback in that form. But yeah, there's nothing to say. I guess there's no way to identify whether or not somebody saw a shirt that you were wearing and then they just went out to a store or went to another website and purchased it. I guess you would have to purchase through the app in order for the individual in order to prove that, they were inspired by you and your involvement. But I do like the group. The group started off with 3 people. Now it's up to like 60 in regard to developing it. They've been around before, cryptocurrency and whatnot. Work with a lot of big clients. They have 3 offices, one in Switzerland, one in Italy, one in Spain. ICO starts in 7 days. But these are the bonuses. And this is what we talk about in regard to getting in on an ICO at the very beginning. If you get in at the very, very beginning, you can get a 40% bonus, and that 40% bonus comes back later on whenever you sell, because you'll have more tokens to sell to market. Or if you hold on to them, you got more value. So getting in at the ICO phase, getting these tokens at, this is 4 cents, almost 5 cents. But getting it at 4 cents, a piece. When it hits the market, it goes to 10 cents, 20, 30, 40. The more you have, the more profit you can make. So this is the main reason why it's key to get in at the ICO phase, and why it's such a big issue for U.S. citizens to be blocked out. This is where a good majority of the money was being made, not just in Bitcoin, and the cryptocurrencies that we know and love, but this is the second generation in regard to how you can make profits in this new market. Let's go and look at the roadmap. Here you go. So, first quarter, they're trying to get listed on an exchange. Then they expand their product to Central Europe in the second quarter of 2018. This is all happening this year. I like long roadmaps that basically show exactly how they're trying to expand. So, they won't be coming to the U.S. as far as expanding their product and delivering their product until 2020. So between now, if you waited until 2020 to get in on this, you're missing all these expansion points right here. Eastern Europe is where they're starting, but North America, South America, Asia, and Australia. And once it hits Asia and Australia, especially with the volume of individuals using the internet there or whatever, they may have some equivalent by that point or whatever, but they'll have enough, inertia already going through in regard to their unveiling process to where they can easily take on any competitor, or at least compete in that market if allowed to do so. But it's a really, really, really awesome business model in my opinion, and a really, really awesome product. Let's see if he's back yet. No, he hasn't shown up yet. So let me look at my live stream, because I should be streaming live to Facebook and YouTube. So I just want to make sure everything is good. Oh, did we do that? Oh. Let's go to my channel. Yep, I'm live right now, so I'm good. I'm live on Facebook. And I do want to check my YouTube just to make sure everything is straight. Should be. Put my persistent string key. Let's see here. Yeah, that's working. Just checking. Yep, it's going. We're going. So let's go live here. See if I can. Alright, so we're live. We are in the house. Let me move this over to here. So I will be able to see people if they're giving me feedback on this channel. And then also, let me see if I can pull up the live stream. I'll mute it. If they're giving, so you don't get an echo. So yeah, live stream's up here. Move that one over to. what's in this old video. That's a different video. So it should be fine. Let me see here. So right now we're just waiting for Kofi to show up. Have my boss in the background. Hey, what is he doing? Close this one. So make sure we're all good. Yeah. So we're live in 2 places. I want to make sure the chat was available for me to be able to see what was happening. So we're just waiting for Kofi to show up. Like I said before, he was walking home whenever I called him earlier. So I'll try. Make sure I call him to begin. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hove. All right. Yeah, here's a friend's, telegram. Looking great. I guess use this time you can talk a little bit about me while we're waiting for him to show up. But yeah, how did I get into crypto? What's my background? So basically, I was just looking like most people for a way to increase my own personal wealth and get involved. Stock market is great, but it's very, very hard to keep track of who is who the major movers are, knowing what's going on the inside, having to invest and give all your money to a broker. It's all difficult to really understand or not just understand, but it's difficult to stay ahead of, not necessarily understand, but to stay ahead of, because we don't have access to that. We don't know what's viable, what's what's a scam, what is a pump and dump scheme. It's very, very hard to keep track of that because we don't know the individuals who are behind some of these businesses or entities. It could be a storefront in the middle of in a field in Ohio somewhere. We don't know when it comes to investing in particular businesses. And yes, research can be done to a certain extent and whatnot, but it was difficult for me to look at objectively and participate in due to my limited access to knowledge of the space. And so yeah, crypto came along, and I purchased some Bitcoin, I purchased some Monero, and just watched it grow in value. And I also used it, and I saw how it was able to be used with such ease without having to deal with any banks, without having to deal with any banking fees, except for the transaction fee that's built into the cryptocurrency. And it was powerful. It was powerful to be able to make a purchase like I was making with my credit card, and get services and get goods that I could utilize, in my day-to-day life. So, for those people who are saying it's not something that you can actually utilize, it doesn't have any, real-world application, don't buy into that. Don't buy into that at all, because this is where the world is heading, especially as I start to deal and transact with individuals from all around the world, all around the globe. So that's kind of what brought me into cryptocurrency. I'm a single dad. I have 4 children, a set of twins in Kansas, Cambria and Camora. I have 2 older sons, Joseph and Jonathan. Joseph, we call him Alex. My first name is Joseph also. But yeah, you know, I'm trying to build a future for them. I'm trying to create an opportunity for them by liberating myself financially, and that's what I'm also trying to do by educating other individuals in this space, people who may not understand this space and need these concepts like broken down into bite-sized digestible chunks. Like, it's very, very easy to be someone's got to counter all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's being spread by, you know, the banking institutions, you know, the governments who are trying to protect their fiat currency and currencies. Yeah, there's a bunch of things that are out there that are disparaging cryptocurrency and this technology, and they're doing so because of the fact that it's a threat. It's a viable threat. Some of them may have altruistic, intentions, and that they're trying to protect you from scam artists, and they do exist out here in this space. But then others are just basically, you know, trying to benefit, you know, and protect their investments in the old technology, the old ways of doing business that they've been able to, you know, manipulate, control, and suppress. So, just a little bit about me and how I think and how I operate. We'll try calling him again now and see if I can get in touch with Kofi. Oh, you may be trying to call me now. You're gonna give me allergies are bouncing back because of what's occurred. It's allergy season here in beautiful North Carolina, where I reside, on the campus of Duke University. Let's see how I do now. Yeah, I think they're trying to call me. Yeah, I did that video earlier today, and I wasn't watching my live feed, which is what I need to start doing. I need to put my live feed over to the right, that way, you know, it can be seen. And I can see when people are talking to me, because I had two people who were like, yeah, we can't hear you, so hopefully everybody can hear me now, everybody can see me, and we should be fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to get my viewers up, trying to get, you know, apologize to the viewers who had to watch for 13 minutes of me talk to myself in silence. I got two screens. That's why I'm looking over to my right, because that's where my chat is. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's trying to call me, but he won't be able to call me. It'll be a sec before he can call me. But yeah, so that's where we are. And that's what's happening. So currently for the Debitum ICO, we have 5 people participating. We have right now it's just 1,000 for the most part. That's going to Kofi to onboard us for the Debitum ICO. He's already passed the KYC, the Know Your Customer. And so here's an opportunity for me to talk to you a little bit, give a little bit of vocabulary. KYC and whitelisting takes place with every single ICO. So an ICO, as I've talked about in previous videos, is an initial coin offering. So a lot of these companies, you have some companies that are formed just to create tokens, but then you also have tokens that are created for companies. So in the case of the Friendz ICO, for instance, they're an advertising company that's been around for some years, and for I think it's about 3 years now they've been advertising in that market, and so they're basically incorporating crypto into their business model and raising funds via their initial coin offering to develop that cryptocurrency and the infrastructure behind it, because we're even though a cryptocurrency is released into the wild, if it's attached to services such as providing, in the case of Friendz, providing advertisements that are going to be delivered to your network, we got to figure out some way to sustain that business model. We've got to figure out some way to make sure everybody is getting what they need. Someone's got to monitor the service and whatnot. So imagine a Facebook, and the kinds of offices and repositories of information that are needed, all around the world in order to interact, with, people who are advertising. Oh, here he comes. Coming on board. Hey, Kofi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
Well,
Good.
that was a nice review. I mean, what you were talking about earlier on, yeah, I really loved it.
Thanks. Trying to give you a little bit of knowledge. I mean, trying to give everybody a little bit of knowledge as to this space and basically how it affects them, because a lot of people hear about cryptocurrency, but they don't know, they don't know how it applies to the world around them, how it applies in their life. A lot of people, they think, at least here in the States, I know in Ghana you may have some stuff going on and people understand what cryptocurrency is and are using it, a lot for a bunch of different things, whether it's on your phone or whatever. But here, a lot of people don't understand it, and they don't understand how it's affecting the world around them and how people are using it.
Yeah, I understand. So that was I've been trying to share your video. I mean, that was a nice review, like, about what happened in Venezuela right now. You're digging deep into that, and it was awesome.
Thanks, man. So what I want to do is, like, we're live right now, and there's nobody else on right now, but it's fine. We can still, share the video and everything and talk about, what it is, we're doing and what it is we're trying to do. If people come in, to talk to us about whatever, I'll give you questions. I mean, I already have some questions. I do want to talk a little bit about, did you look at the Friendz whitelist, or do you have access to the Friendz whitelist?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done all that I have to do, and I'm into they kind of have a different KYC. Like, you just, there are some points that they would like you to get, and I didn't know that happened. Score all that points. So I contacted them this morning, and and I've passed through all that, and it doesn't start to on 28. On 28, all KYC will be closed, and they kind of have they have something called the power hour. All right, it's like the time that they sell their tokens.
Yeah, I saw that. Hour. Yeah, the power hour.
Yeah, they have it like this. During the power hour, which is on the 1st of March, start from on the 1st of March. One Friendz token will be equivalent to 4 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it will attract 40% bonus. I don't know whether you went through that. Okay, so but it's kind of something right here, because you're gonna have your coins locked for about a year, and then it's like nobody want to deal with that. So on that same day after the power hour, that's the ICO day. Like, they have a little time for the power hour. Like, people who want to get into this 40% bonus, if you want that, you get into that. But if not, you should have to get a 20% bonus, which is like 5 cents. Yeah, and then that's the actual ICO day. And from the 1st of March till 21st of March. Okay, but they have it in steps. Like we have the 1st of March, and we have the 1st of March to 7th of March, which is like 6 cents, and
Yeah.
then the last week will be March 9th to 21st. So after all these are satisfied, they're going to release the tokens on 1st of April.
Okay.
1st of April.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
pulled
doing a
up.
little bit of research on.
I pull up the roadmap now
Um,
so we can look at it and so we can see exactly what's going on when they're going to do everything. Um, so yeah, what were you saying?
yeah, I'll do a little bit of research on that, and I think they already have a business started with about 1.2 million years annual returns, and then like 200,000 already subscribers. Like they
Yeah,
already have their good app. They already have the app. You can go
yeah,
to Google Play right now. Yeah, it's like they're already in business, and they
yeah,
have three offices in whole, like, you know. So it's not like, to me. I can say this, like, it's not like these sketchy ICOs that you're going to be thinking it's a scam or something. These people are already in the market, and
yeah,
they have partnership with they kind of have like Disney, Huawei, Porsche, Nutella, whole of like big companies.
yeah. And
So I think
I agree with you. That's why I think it's going to be a really solid ICO, and
yeah,
not one of the scams. Because I was looking at their website. You can look. I mean, you can tell by most really bad ICOs, their websites look really really cheap. And
exactly.
it looks like a scam.
Yeah,
But this is a really, really
yeah,
nicely put together website. And then also, I went to their social media. I went to Facebook. I went to their Telegram page. I went to Reddit. A lot of questions. They're responding to people.
yeah,
So that's another good indication.
yeah, man. That's shit. Good did all that. I mean, I was like, whoa, like, and it very beautiful website. Like, it's very detailed. All
Yeah.
like these scam ICOs, like they don't even have time
Yeah,
to do all
because
that work.
they're just trying to get the money.
Yeah, yeah. Try to get one. That's it. So that's it for now. So
Yeah,
and
looked at the white paper. I thought the white paper was solid. And just like you said, I really agree with the fact that they're already in business. They already have a product out, and this is just basically taking their product to the next level. So
yeah,
it's good for an investor to get in now because they've already been proven. You don't have to worry about a scam. They got 3 offices around the world. So I was like, that's a really expensive scam if you're trying to scam somebody. To have 3 offices, and a history of making of business. So
yeah, yeah. Uh, so that to me is a pass mark on that one, and then I'm already in it. Like I got you're supposed to get like 1,000 points or something, like
hmm
below 10,000 points. Yeah, I have 4,000 points already, and then I'm qualified to to join the ICO. Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
can.
Yeah, I was looking at the ICO. I go to one of the tools that I use is ICO Bench, and on ICO Bench, they apparently the KYC, like you said, is pretty difficult and rigorous, because one of the reviewers for ICO Bench didn't pass the KYC, but you were able to the other 2 people got in, but you were able to get in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my dashboard. I don't know whether you can see anything here,
Yeah, I
but
can
I
see a
can
little bit.
take a
Yeah.
screenshot. Yeah, I can take a screenshot, and I have a point like 4,000 points. I'm qualified.
Okay.
Pass through all these things. Yeah, I can take a screenshot so that you
Yeah, if you can take that
see.
screenshot, then I can put that up, for the investors so they can see that you're legit. I trust you. But yeah, just for like people, the whole reason why we have these conversations is so people can get to know you a little bit more, get to know
Exactly.
our relationship, how we interact and whatnot. And some people were talking about what's going to stop people from going around you to get into him or whatever. It's like, okay, well, if people contacted you directly, then you're going to have a problem because you're going to have a bunch of different orders coming in, and you have to maintain and control all that. But the benefit of coming through me and working with you is I just give you one lump sum, and then I can break up who gets what when it comes back. So I'm able to help out with that. And then we can also exchange information and everything, about these ICOs and what's going on. So I mean, that's the beauty of crypto, in my opinion, is because it's global. In order for you to actually understand it, work with it, actually benefit from it, building a global network, is helpful. So,
and that's certainly a good job that you're doing. Like, though we don't have much members, but we're growing bit by bit. I'm trying to do, what I have to do to spread this group so that more people come on board, and then especially here in Ghana, like there's a whole lot of people who are not into it. Like, I will also have to spread this great opportunity. Like, hey, if you're a neophyte, this is the best place to be. Like, we're here to grow up with you. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody's expert in the crypto business. Nobody's expert. We are all growing. Like, it's not something that for like 200 years and then it's like masters of it. Like nobody has no crystal ball to be looking at the market. Like, hey, this happened. I mean, we just learn together, and then we just move along together. Yeah.
I agree. We gotta move it. We gotta move as a pack. As a group of individuals, each of us bringing our collective knowledge to the table and talking about why we think this is a good investment, why we think this is bad. Like, you may hear about something in Ghana, you may hear about some Ghana ICO, and I might want to invest in that, but I don't know anything about what works there. And so I can talk to you, and you can say, no, Brandon, don't do that. That's a scam. And I know, and I'm able to protect myself and protect my money. And just like if you have a question about an ICO or something that's going on here in America, I can give you that kind of feedback also.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like working across borders.
Yeah,
and that's what's name.
Well, that's good. I do know. I mean, I have one investor on board. I want to talk a little bit about the Debitum ICO process. I have one investor on board. I know that window is closing, so I'm going to. If you can send me your Ether address, I will have the investors who are on board and ready to go now contact me and send me their Ether, and then I will forward it to you, the one lump sum to you. I'll put it into the ICO manager that I have, the token manager IO interface online, and then they'll be able to keep track of it, see exactly what they put in, and then I'll send it to you, and I can probably get that to you by the end of the business day, probably.
All right. So right after this video, I can send my Ether wallet address, and then you take it from there.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, so do you know? I saw it was it's 0.5 ETH to get into the Friendz ICO.
The Friendz ICO, yeah. I mean, the least. Hold on. That's kind of okay. The least amount that you can buy, as you speak now, is 0.1 Ether. 0.1 Ether, and when I checked 0.1 Ether like 2 hours ago, it was like $88.
Yeah. Okay.
$88 for 1 Ether. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's Friendz. That's the least amount you can buy.
In one of the chat rooms, I saw something. I'm not sure whether it was a scam, because you were telling me too about people, going online and pretending to be people from different ICOs and whatnot. But yeah, he was saying something. I saw one thing saying, 5 ETH is the minimum that they're talking about giving. That 5 ETH needed to be given in order to get priority or whatever. I don't know if there's. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever run into something like that with an ICO before?
Okay. What I saw was that for 5. If you want to buy 5 Ether, you go through a different phase of KYC. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
If below that, this normal process that I've passed through is enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I mean, the whole goal is to get to that point where we have enough money, or we have enough investors, to invest, large amounts of ETH. I would like to hit you one day and be like, yeah, we got 100 ETH, make it happen. And so that's what we're aiming toward. But I know at this stage of the game, people are just busy trying to see, Is this real? Is it going to work? How much money they making or whatever? So we're pioneers. So I'm keeping track of it. Keeping track of my investors. So the people who are getting in right now are making are going to make the money. But as the word spreads, soon we're going to have full chat room where we're just going to be busy trying to answer all these questions. So I don't know. Half of it is marketing and explaining what it is we're trying to do, and the other half of it is education and letting people know. It's almost like teaching somebody how to ride a bike while you're building the bike at the same time, and that's kind of hard for me to juggle. But I'm starting to wrap my head around it. So I'm working on developing a course, like a starter course for cryptocurrency, like how to get a wallet, how to purchase cryptocurrency, how to transfer your cryptocurrency to your wallet, just real basic stuff that people can learn from. And then I don't go into stuff like market analysis or forex trading or anything like that, because that kind of stuff just goes over people's heads, just blows their mind. But just the basic stuff, I can get that going, I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, don't worry. I mean, you're gonna be great. Like I'm doing all that I can to spread it here in Ghana too, because I'm pulling people day by day, and they're kind of skeptical, but I'm trying to take away the skepticism. I'm trying to build in them the spirit of investment. And people don't know what investment is, right?
Okay.
They just think, I'm just like throwing mud on the wall and then hoping some sticks.
Uh-huh.
But it goes beyond that. Like you gotta know what you're putting your money into. Like details, like detailed analysis, like fetching out, even sourcing out which ICO is gonna do good in the market and all that. We are taking into consideration to finding details. About it, like just like what you did. That's great work. Like you're doing the massive work, like doing whole research around anything that we try to put our money in. So it's a beautiful thing. It's like, and then you being the pioneer, you being let's say the master of this group. Yeah, that's what you need to do, so that people will not be in this that much skeptic into step this and that. Yeah, that's an awesome work, and I'm doing all that I can, within my power here where I am, to educate people and to join this group, and then take it from there. Like the more we grow, the better, the stronger team we become.
And that's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I like having you on board. And I want to get people from different parts of the world who are doing the same thing, because I recognize too is like there's also markets. Like, what markets do you use in order for trading and selling cryptocurrency? What are your main markets that you use?
Okay, I use it Binance.
Okay. Yeah. Is Binance the only one that you use, or do you have other markets that you use as well?
Okay, I have Binance and then I have Cryptopia. I used Cryptopia just to get Electroneum when it started, like.
Okay.
Yeah. But now Binance is what I use. I used to swing trade and day trade.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll use it. But now I'm doing some other stuff. So now I'm learning forex. Yeah, so I have a course I'm learning forex. So I don't have much time to be trading. So I'm just holding my points. Yeah.
So what are you doing with forex? What exactly are you doing with that?
Come again, please.
What are you doing with forex? What are you doing in forex? Explain forex trading?
Oh, okay. It's like like just nothing but like trading pairs, like yen against dollars against whatever. It's like transfer of learning. When you know about cryptocurrencies, it's similar to forex. Like all the course I'm doing, like learning all these detailed analysis about like RSI, my like moving. I've learned this. I've already learned this in crypto. So like training is so easy for me now, because it seems like I got some, what I'm eating. Hello, the network's kind of anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so forex, the thing about forex is that unlike cryptocurrency, you're not going to hold anything, right? Like
okay.
the spread or the pips, the pips can never be that much wide for you to that much profit and all that, and then you're working around a broker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you gotta remember that. I think before 2006, yeah, before you could trade in forex, you need to have at least $1 million. Right?
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, so times have changed and everything. So you are working around a broker, and you have a broker fee, and you need to have. I mean, you need to the broker ratio was in how much are you bringing on board, and how much the broker is going to finance you. Because if the broker don't finance you with a huge amount, like they are the wheels in the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pips that you get. Let's say you're trading euro against dollars. Sometimes maybe the maximum that you could get in the day would be like 7 spread or 7 pips, and 7 pips has a minimum unit, and then that minimum unit will fetch you that much if you have let's say even $1,000.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it will barely fetch you anything. So you need a broker to finance you with huge amount, like 100,000 or something like that. So that's one thing you need to know. I mean, to me, it's kind of something like working around the broker and finding the best broker, and then using the best platform to to reap some profit that you might get. And then it's detailed, like you need to know what you're doing. You need to know like you need to read the histogram, the chart. Yeah, that's one. But yeah, but in crypto, if something, let's say you get into Tron when Tron was like 16 cents, and Tron had fallen. I mean, you just have to hold it, forget it. Don't need to panic sell or nothing. Like let's say if you didn't see your time loss anything, and all the way that dropped down to the 4%, I'll be selling that. Hopefully it rises. Unlike Forex, you can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
So, but you were talking about Cryptopia earlier. Back to Bitcoin. You were talking, not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency. You were talking about Cryptopia earlier, and that's not a market that that I believe. I think it was open to foreigners at one point, but I don't think it's open anymore to foreigners. I think they closed it. I think they closed off registration for people who are not in a particular region or an area. And I know there's a lot of Asian markets that have done the same thing, where they're basically keeping people from getting in. So one of the benefits of working with somebody in another country is you have, a residence and a profile that allows you to get access to those markets. So even if it's something as simple as like arbitrage, where, Ethereum is going for this much over here, you can get access in there.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, we what you can get, I might be able to get. When I might not get, you might be able to get, just like that. There are rules and regulations that's the regions and jurisdictions where you come from here. When it comes to, there's some market that are open to, just like these ICOs are open to, citizens of the US. And me being here, I can. Yeah, that's awesome to be engaged in a bigger team where we all spread around the globe. Yeah,
true.
We can get that we need. And if I get it, you get it. If you get it, I get it. Just like that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well,
so, I don't know whether they open now. Like they were kind of holding on to, like they were not allowing new users to get on board. Binance even had the same thing. Like,
Binance did it. Coinbase did it for a while. They were freezing when Coinbase was going through their mess. The same thing happened.
And then even if they give you access, like I think we can top here, even if they give you access to open an account, you're gonna have a hard time like trading anything. Your kind of not be that much perfect, like as those started in like last year or something. Yeah. And it was funny. It was funny when they were not allowing new users. People were selling their account.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah. I heard about that. There was
a
lot. Whenever when Binance froze their account, like I was thinking about selling mine at one point because I was like, that's a lot of money. I can get another Binance account, no problem. But that's a lot of money that they had out there. I was thinking about it, but I was like, no, because then I have to move all my stuff around and pay the fees and stuff like that. I was like, it's not even worth it. And then on top of that too, they were also canceling accounts if your account wasn't linked to who you are. they were busy canceling accounts because they needed those accounts to basically identify and make sure there weren't any scammers or people, on the network. There's a reason why you have to go through pretty much the KYC for any exchange so they can make sure you are who you say you are.
The reason why I didn't even want to sell my bank's account was that I used my ultimate email address to open that. I was not going to give that away. Like I've used that email address for a whole lot of stuff.
True.
Like, I don't want to lose it.
True.
You selling like giving away your email address, and that was too much. I mean, so what I wanted to do was like, hey, the moment they open again, like for new registration, I mean, I'm gonna register I'm gonna open 15 accounts. So that in the future, if they start doing that, I mean, I'll be having some money.
Yeah, sell those accounts off. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I got on Binance, I got on Bittrex. This is before everything blew up and people were trying to get in. But I got on Binance, I got on Bittrex, I got on KuCoin. Yeah, Poloniex, I'm on Poloniex. So I got on the major ones because I was like, if stuff is moving, I want to have access to it regardless of where it is. And so that's how I started working between exchanges. But yeah, I mean, as I was trying to express to other people, that's what gave me the idea to start this channel and start doing this. Is because as I was I was telling people the money I was making and the profits I was making, and people were like, what is that? How do I do that? And then I would tell them, well, you just go to Binance, you sign up. I can't get on Binance. Okay, well, go to Poloniex, sign up. Poloniex won't confirm my account, and Coinbase is taking forever. Could you buy this for me? Could you do this for me or whatever? And so I helped some people out and helped some people get set up and did some training for some people. But I was like, this is too much. Like, people need to learn how to do this themselves, so I need to start teaching, more people. And then I also need to find some way to get them opportunities to make some money, as well. And so that's why I came up with the idea for the fund and finding people that I could trust, in different places, that I could give, Ethereum to, and they can get into like ICOs and stuff like that, and we can work together. So I mean, that's pretty much how I got into this and what I'm trying to do. Because like I said, with enough of us, we can eventually go straight to ICOs, and even before they offer stuff to the public, we could say, I got 3,000 ETH and 500 people here who want to invest in your company. Give us something, and then you can sell the rest off. Like we can become a big, powerful buying group. If we have enough of us behind us, and then make all that money whenever it hits the market. We can hold on to it or we can sell it. That's my idea.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the same thing that happened to me. Like I was selling people, and then they were also doing the research, because I didn't want to just push anything down anybody's throat. I would I tell you this, hey, this is what is going on. I want to do your own research, and after doing your research, you agree with me. Come to me, and then I will teach you the other step to follow. So they jump on board, and then they were ready to buy some BTC and to start trading everything. And when they open under me on Binance and everything, they look at the histogram, they look at how the screen.
Yeah, what is this? What is this? What is this?
What's going on here? It's like, is it a beat that's playing or what? They didn't understand it.
Yeah, so much to
I'm
explain.
like, take it easy. I mean, it's nothing. So I just had to take my time, and that's how this whole thing started. Like, and then we teach them. Yeah, sometimes I'll be doing a video, live chat with them, and then I'll be showing them, hey, this way you go to place your order, this sell order, this buy order, this how you set your Tumblr, this that, and it's something else.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Like I said, it's going to take time. Like we're the early adopters, and like I said, here in the United States, we've been programmed to think about the dollar. Like I gotta get more dollars. I have to have more dollars. That's the only way I'm going to be rich is if I get dollars. So everybody every institution, every business, focuses on getting the dollars first because the dollars are used to pay your taxes, they're used to pay bills, they're used to, get everything. And so that's what everybody wants to have. And so people don't understand that, there are things that are more powerful than the dollar that, you can actually use in more places than the dollar.
Yeah.
But because they can't see it and they can't touch it, that's the biggest thing. They can't touch it. They can't put it in their wallet. They can't take it to the club and throw it in the air and make it rain. You can't do that with Bitcoin. You throw a hard drive in the air, you hit somebody in the head, and you got a lawsuit. So yeah, that's the problem. Is like people just got to get behind and get beyond this mentality. About cryptocurrency and what it is, and once people see results, once people see major profits being made, because right now everybody's like Bitcoin, they think they just missed out on the opportunity because they didn't get the Bitcoin when the Bitcoin was like really, really cheap, so they think all the money's been made, everything else is just a scam. But there's so many other things that are coming out that actually are going to change how we rent cars, how we travel, how we look at education. There's so many things coming out that people aren't aware of.
Yep. Not to cut you off, I learned that in the state of Arizona they use Dashcoin to pay the taxes.
Yeah. I did a episode that talked about that. So it's slowly but surely being accepted. And as more and more people accept it, it becomes more popular. But the problem is, for people who are poor, by the time it's accepted and it becomes popular, it's going to be too late. All the money will be made. Too late. So that's the job, is to try to educate people fast enough so they adopt this technology and invest in it before it gets to the point where it's just too late. You might as well just wait for whatever is supposed to come next. I don't know what's coming next, but that's what they're gonna have to wait for.
Exactly. When I heard that about 1% or even less than 1% of the whole total population of this world are into crypto, I'm like, what are these people doing? What means 5% of people join us?
Yeah.
You know how rich we become, the early adopters?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. They don't know. But we're going to educate them. We're going to get them right. But yeah, so shoot me your Ethereum address. I'll get what I have put together. And I'll send it your way. I know I got at least one or two other people who are on board right now. I'll reach out to them again. Let them know what's happening. Have them send it to me. I'll send it to you. And then, we'll just keep track of the process, brother.
All right. I'll send it to you then.
Cool.
Feedback, whatever happens.
Cool. Thanks for talking, Kofi. We'll talk to you later on, man.
All right, bro.
Peace. So that's Kofi. Great guy. And like I said, we're making moves, here. So I don't know whether or not you're tuning into this broadcast later on. Hopefully you got enough time. This happens in 7 days. So what we're gonna try to do is 7 days, 17 hours. So we got a little bit over a week. 7 days, 17 hours. 17 hours. That's another day. Well, wait, sorry, I'm wrong. 24-hour timeline. So 7 days, 17 hours. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and onboard everybody with the Debitum ICO. If you're watching this, and you have enough time, you can contact me, email me directly, cryptotheist@gmail.com. Your email address and your email address and your name, your full name, so I can put you into Token Manager IO. And then also how much Ethereum you want to invest, and then your Ether address as well. So if you can give me those things, then I can talk to you about where you need to send your investment. I'll give you my wallet address. I'll respond with my wallet address, and you can put it into that wallet address. This is not going to be my personal wallet. I'm setting up a separate wallet just for the Ether for this fund. And so all of that Ether will be sent to Kofi. minus the 20% that we're taking as far as the brokerage fees, because he's going to be taking a portion for his for using his KYC, using his address to get his stuff on board. I'm going to be taking a management fee out of that 20%, and that's how we're working it. And then after it's done, whenever it's released, those tokens will come back to you. And you can do whatever you want to do with them. You can take them out of the market and sell them. You can hold on to them. Just do whatever you feel. Do whatever you like. You can talk to me about how to sell them, but we'll continue to do that. But next week we'll go into the Friendz ICO a little bit further. I do want to get into this ICO early if we possibly can, to make sure that we're able to reap the benefits. Here we have 1,500,000,000. Of these Friendz tokens that are going to be released into supply. The minimum goal that they have is 50 million Friendz. So even if they don't reach the 1 billion amount, they have a hard cap of 750 million and a minimum goal of 50 million. So what's going to happen is they're probably going to burn the rest. I haven't read that part of the white paper yet, but that will automatically increase the value of the token before it hits market. Right now it is at 4 cents. So when it hits market, it'll be 4 cents. As long as it's a drop, you're going to make money. I'm pretty sure it'll go up to 8-10 cents. If it does that, then yeah, you've doubled your investment. Especially if you're getting more for less, you will have doubled your investment. Because I believe they're offering a 40% bonus. So you're doubled your investment plus whatever the 40% bonus tokens that you're receiving are. And so this is a good ICO for us to get in. It's running from March 1st, 11 a.m. to at the power hour. So basically at 11 a.m., if we can get in there, he's got his KYC done. If he can get in there and get our stuff in there in that power hour, and we put as much money as we can toward that, then we'll make that 40% bonus. After that, it's going to go up to 20% bonus with each token being basically 5 cents, and then for the 1st to the 7th. After that, it's 10% bonus with each token being worth 6 cents. And then lastly, week 2 and 3, it's going to be worth 6 cents, 6.7 cents. So almost 7 cents a token. And so the opportunities for making your gains are really going to be within this power hour. So I'm shooting for this power hour. It's March 1st. If we can hit the power hour, we'll be good. Okay? So anyway, thank you all for watching, spending time with us this hour, and respect the tech.